Welcome to the Property Profits Podcast. Thank you so much for jumping on. Let's jump into it. I want to talk about virtually buying and selling property. We do virtual wholesaling also, but sometimes you got to buy property and you got to resell it. It just doesn't work out to where, whatever. I'm going to tell you about a property we just bought, okay? The pros, the cons, what you could do, what you can't do, what you should do, whatever. There was a brand new double-wide mobile home on an acre and a half right outside of Dallas. This thing's worth $230,000 all day long. We ended up getting it for $140,000. The guy needed to close in 2 weeks. I couldn't find a buyer. We bought it. How did I come up with those numbers? 230 times 70% needed. Nothing done to it, whatever that number came out to, and I gave myself a little cushion. That way, we actually ran comps. I found a realtor. So the reason I want to walk you through this is there's so many steps you can do to protect yourself, to make sure you're doing a good job, because data can only take you so far. You got to use common sense. You got to use logic. You got to use professionals in the area. You don't have to, but you should. So the data told me this thing was like 230 all day long. I found a realtor that listed and sold two very similar properties right around the corner from there. Called her up. What do you think about this? I'm buying it. I need your honest opinion. And I said, if I buy it, you're going to list it for me. Cool. Scheduled an appointment for her. She went and walked it while the owners were still there before we closed. She's, hell yeah, this is in badass shape. Nothing needs to be done to it. You can close on this thing and we can resell it quick for $210,000. Cool. I'm buying it for $140,000. I actually use private money. I texted my private money guy. I'm like, hey, we got this deal. I'll give you this amount for the money. Just wire it to the title company. We don't even do paperwork, but most people do and whatever, but I use these people a lot. But anyways, point being is I reached out to a local professional, asked her opinion, told her to scrub this thing, told her I need it moved. Give me a price. Do you think this is good? Do you think this is going to move? Anyway, she did. I do that all the time. Before I go lock something up, I'm assuming that I'm going to have to be the buyer. I'm going to reach out to local agents. What do you think about this? Some of them won't give you the time of day. Ones that are doing business will. This is their profession. They take it seriously. They will. You have to come off professional and believable and that you are doing this for a business and they'll help you. It's just part of the game. You just need it. That should be part of your due diligence. I'm going to tell you one thing I should have done when I bought this. I researched with the county. And I looked up the legal description. I saw there were easements all over the place. Didn't really care. I did see there was like this shared easement they were using as the driveway. And I tried to order a survey, but surveys were a few weeks out. This guy needed to close in 2 weeks. I'm like, screw it. I'll figure it out. Go freaking figure. We put the sign up and the neighbor calls. Hey, you're on my driveway. Actually, no, it's an easement, but we're fighting right now. So now I got to order a survey for $1,000. Take it to them. Hey, this is an easement. Blah, blah, blah. It'll be fine. But I recommend getting the easement or getting the survey. You know what I do all the time when I think I'm going to have to purchase a property too is I get inspections on everything. And you should do this. They cost like $1,000. If you're checking, like if there's septic, you're checking the septic, you're checking the house, electrical, foundation, plumbing, all that stuff. It costs a lot of money to do that. And if you're very serious about this business and if you think about it, if you're going to be the buyer, if you can't move it and you're going to pay for inspections, you're going to take every deal that you lock up very seriously. And you're going to have inspection to hand to that end buyer. Now, this could get really costly if you're just locking up all sorts of stuff. If that's your business model, I don't recommend it. But I was told this early on by a mentor, and it really helps us. If we can hand the inspections off to our end buyer, they freaking love it. Or if we got to be the end buyer, we have all the inspections, we have all the facts, we have the realtor comps that do stuff in the area, their price, opinion, the whole nine, so that we can make a good decision or they can make a good decision. I do recommend getting a survey if it's warranted. Like this one's on some land, it's close to another house. I probably should have, but I just didn't have the time. I had to make a decision, judgment call, and it's fine. It's going to work out good. We're going to make good money. Virtually doing deals like that is fantastic. Just do your diligence. We had another one we just closed, Novation. We closed yesterday, funded today. I use a realtor out of Dallas. We locked this thing up. We ended up settling at $293,000. Got an offer for $335,000. We, however, on those have to pay all the closing costs plus the realtor commission. So I think we were left with $22,000, which is pretty good payday. And that kind of deal was virtual also. But we, again, reached out. I knew this realtor, but she does business over there. And I'm like, hey, what is this worth? What can we move it for? She gave me her price opinion. I got the seller what I needed, and so we could all make some money. So it's pretty cool, right? Seller was happy. We're happy. Realtors are happy. We got everybody paid. End buyer really wanted it. It was awesome. So anyways, do your diligence when you're wholesaling virtually, when you're investing virtually. Also, be in the mindset that you might be the buyer. So really make sure your numbers are right. And I already told you how to do that. Reach out to local professionals. I have a badass guest coming up. I cannot wait to share them with you. I think either tomorrow or next week. But be in store because it's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for jumping on, listening to me. If you like what you've heard, please go leave a review. It takes 30 seconds. If you're on Spotify, Apple, whatever, find where it says leave a review. I know it's easy to skip over that, but it really helps the algorithm. It helps push us out there in front of people. That's my only pitch to you. I'm not asking for any money. Just leave us an honest review. And refer us to a friend. If you've learned something from this show, if it's even motivated you, maybe you knew all of it, but it's motivated you, share it with a friend. Leave us a review. Thank you so much. I'm going to quit jibber jabbering. Appreciate the hell out of you. Till next time. See ya.